Hello, this is Disney Now, hosted by your favourite hosts, Hyphenus and Kulban. I am Hyphenus, and this is Kulban.
Hi.
So this is Disney Now. This is a new podcast, and today's topic is
The new upcoming Disney/Pixar movie, Inside Out.
it's going to be pretty interesting. It's been an idea for quite a while now, and
Mm.
it seems quite an interesting movie. There's some quite a lot of I don't know.
Well, it's coming June 19th and sort
Yes,
of different and stuff that you've never seen before. Basically, the plot is there are five emotions inside every person in the world,
and
and
they kind of decide how they act.
and they lead their host body through everyday life. So that's quite cool, I think.
Yeah, and um, as far as I know, there are three people that you have to see the emotions in. Um, the mother, the father, and
And Riley.
Riley. And there are quite a lot of actors for Riley. The mother has two actors, and the father has one. So the actor for Riley, Amy Poehler as Joy, Phyllis Smith as Sadness, Bill Hader as Fear, Lewis Black as Anger, and Mindy Kaling as Disgust.
And then as Riley, we have Caitlin Dias, Diane Lane as Riley's mum, Kyle MacLachlan as Riley's dad, and I don't have no idea who this character is yet. Richard Kind as Bing Bong.
Yeah,
Don't ask me.
so it seems like it's going to be a pretty interesting movie with quite a lot of twists. Um, so yeah, in December 2012, it was first announced that the movie would be released later, and they titled it The Inside Out, but it was later changed to just The Inside Out. Just Inside Out. I don't know.
Yeah. This is directed by Pete Docter and produced by Jonas Riviera. Rivera, there we go. And it's due to come out in June 19th.
Yeah, and it's pretty interesting because the director also plays one of the emotions, the father's anger.
Mm.
So that could be quite interesting.
If any of you like the Red Hot Chili Peppers, you'd be quite excited to hear that Flea is actually voicing someone called Mind Worker Cop Jake. So you better watch out for him. Any Jakes in the movie? I don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, Disney haven't really released much about this movie. It's quite secretive, so there's not really much to talk about with it. But so now we're just gonna go into sort of how we think the movie might play out. So
Mm.
yeah,
Well, it's almost 2 hours, 102 minutes to be exact. So it's reasonable amount of time for a movie. Not the longest, I'd say. So
hour 10 minutes, I think. Right? No,
no,
no, hour
seriously,
40
hour and 10
minutes.
minutes. Seriously, an hour and 42 minutes
42
about.
minutes. Yeah, I don't know what I said. An
Um,
hour and 10 minutes.
it's a US movie, and yeah, so
Yeah. So I think the movie would sort of start off as we haven't actually discussed the plot yet. Basically, Riley moves to San Francisco, and
suddenly
then
stop.
yeah, and then all of the emotions go on, and it's
Mm,
sort of how she has to adapt to life in New York since her
it's
father
San
has to move.
Francisco.
Oh, did I say? So I said New York, didn't I?
Yeah, you
Yeah.
suddenly just cut off, so I just heard you say, and that's how and then they have to try and adapt to San Francisco to New York.
This is our first podcast, so forgive us
Yeah.
for anything like that. Um, so yeah, so I think it'd be quite interesting. I think there'll be like when she goes to a new school, there'll be a lot of bullies maybe,
Mm,
and her anger sort of gets over her, and she has to sort of fight back. I think there'll
that
be a lot of moments like that in the movie.
yeah, actually, that's a good spin on it. And the plot says here, Riley is uprooted from her Midwest life when her father starts a new job in San Francisco. else are guided by their emotions: joy, fear, anger, disgust, and sadness. The personified emotions live in headquarters, the control center inside Riley's mind, where they help advise her through everyday life. As Riley and her emotions struggle to adjust to a new life in San Francisco, turmoil ensues in headquarters when sadness accidentally causes herself and joy to get lost within the rest of Riley's mind. Although joy, Riley's main and most important emotion, tries to keep things positive, the remaining emotions conflict on how best to navigate a new city, house, and school, while joy and sadness trek through the rest of Riley's mind, including long-term memory, imagination land, and dream productions, in the process slowly discovering the bright side of life.
Now,
So,
oh, okay.
sounds pretty good.
Yeah, I think it's pretty interesting how it's sort of two different routes: the San Francisco life in the big hustle bustle of the city, and then sort of I think it was you said Southern Western,
Well, Midwest
Mist
life.
West.
Midwest.
Yeah, so that'll be quite interesting because they're two completely different lifestyles. So it must be quite hard for her to get to grips with it.
And also along with the plot line that joy and sadness have been lost inside the Riley's mind, so she has to cope without them.
Yeah.
So, and a life without joy is a life without living, but I guess a life without sadness and joy is just really meh.
Yeah. So this is Disney Now, and yeah, I hope you're enjoying it so far.
Yeah, I thought for a second you were going to sign off, and I was
Yeah,
like,
I thought for a second I was going to too,
huh.
but So what else is there to actually talk about though?
Well, it says here that actually the first release date is in May 18th, so that it's already out in the Cannes Film Festival, which I guess,
Oh, so it must have been just like a short
yeah.
movie clips sort of thing where
Well,
you
yeah,
go
they
in and
probably
watch
just
the
showed it.
movie.
Yeah. And then when it's actually going to be released in the US is June 19th. So
Uh,
not that far away.
yeah, but when's it going to be released in the UK here?
No idea. Which
So
is...
we don't have a release date for the UK because apparently they haven't sent one yet.
I'll see if I can find something.
Okay. So
Uh,
yeah, it's going to be a pretty interesting movie.
yeah.
Also, go check out our friends at mookmagic.us. It's a Minecraft server, but they have got a 1-to-1 scale built Disney World, and it's absolutely amazing. You can ride all the rides. Yeah, so just go check them out because you'll have a great time on there, especially if you like Minecraft. And yeah,
And
so
Disney.
they're great. Yeah.
Let's see. Next showing.
So he's
Oh,
just-
it says here Friday the 24th of July, 2015.
Ooh, so that's actually another month setback. Almost 2. That's quite odd.
Mm.
Usually they're quite
Yeah.
closely compact movie release dates.
Literally, you remember Big Hero 6? That came out in the US at like November, and then it came out in UK at January.
Yeah,
Which I
I
hated.
think it's because Disney is
Oh no,
set
it
up
came out
Ameri-
in October actually.
It's set up in America, so
November.
it's
Or
sort of
October.
an American company.
Which
'Cause
is annoying.
Disneyland is Walt Disney's like only workplace from sort of. Once he got big, he built Disneyland. Then he really worked in Disneyland because he had a center there. So a lot
Yeah.
of things get released there and tested there, and then they
Yeah.
get sent here when they're like, oh look, this is a good movie.
Yeah, so because they think, oh no, we're not going to pay all that money to get it sent overseas if it's not a good movie, so we test it here
They
first,
test it.
which I hate because that means the
With the
US get, yeah, so annoying.
But yeah. So we haven't got much time left. So are we gonna sign off here?
Yeah, let's do it.
So it's a pretty cool movie, and yeah. So join us next time for another Disney Now podcast. And this has been Hypness and Coolban.
Hey,
And goodbye.
bye, bye.